When we get heavy rains in the wintertime, water can build up in all kinds of places. Normally, this pond deals with any drainage issues we have. However, the culvert in the front takes drainage from about a 100-acre farm that has weeping tiles, and when it's clogged, it backs up. On this day, it backed up throughout my whole backyard, raising the water level about 18 inches in some parts. The water is soaked into the snow, which acts just like a sponge, preventing it from flowing naturally through the pond. Right now you can see the pond has about a foot of water on top of the ice. The whole day, the day before, it rained, and that water slowly built up over the pond, but you can see in the distance that hill is a farm, and all of that water slowly seeped down into my backyard, and because the culvert was blocked, there was no place for it to go. There are two creeks that feed a wetland through the forest, eventually draining into my pond. So the culvert was backed up with this flow. I was able to clear it using an axe and shovels. I cleared my culvert first, then the back end, instantly releasing tens of gallons every second. So that flow helped with the drainage. The backyard, as I say, was a huge sponge of water. So I dug these trenches through the snow, and quickly just gravity released the water and directed it all into the pond. I love looking at the stains of natural waters because it's picking up tannin from the leaves and cedar boughs, whatever the roots, as it flows into the pond. And I love the color it gets. It's a translucency, almost alabaster color. So there's a wetland at the very back of the property there. This is about an 80-acre forest, and you can see the farm field. Now that drainage all goes through the weepers into the culvert in front of my house. Naturally, the ground wouldn't be so waterlogged, but this year's been a particularly wet year. So there's the pond from above as it flows out to the right. You can see the backyard has this saturation. Across the street we have a large floodplain that has a tributary to the Eramosa River. This is a collection of water from a number of different creeks as they have passed our property. This supports lots of ducks, geese, all kinds of wildlife, and turtles, beaver, lots of amphibians. Coyote tracks all around the edge there. You can see my tracks and the trenching that I did through the snow to drain the backyard, which it did within an hour and a half. And then I also had to trench into the culvert and all the culverts down the road. So I ended up having to spend about 6 hours of slush digging and ice breakup. But by the nighttime, it was all solved. So luckily, I mitigated disaster, keeping the house dry and allowing the flow of water to drain. Thanks for watching. If interested, please consider subscribing and ring the bell. You'll be notified of my weekly posts.